I'm really bad with faces, so here's a really funny story to explain that. So, I live in a small town of less than 500 people, and I work at the gas station in the town over 4 miles from here that has less than 250 people. Now, one day when I was working, a guy came in and he looked very, very similar to one of my relatives. I hadn't seen him for a while. I'll just call the relative Joe Schmo. And this was December of 2024. I hadn't seen him since May of 2024. He came in around 11 noonish when I was working an opening shift. And so I asked, after he left, I asked the person I was working with, I was like, that looks like a relative of mine. Looks like my relative Joe. And the coworker I was working with said, I don't really know him. And I go, what, is he a schmo? He goes, yeah, he's a schmo. I'm like, oh, that explains it. And the next day, I was working another opening shift, and the same guy came in, like, maybe a half an hour after opening. And so I asked him if he was related to Joe Schmo. And he goes, I am Joe Schmo. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm just really bad with faces, and I haven't seen you for a while. He thought it was funny. I told my mom it. She thought it was hilarious. And how I'm related to him is that he's married to my mom's second cousin, and so my mom told her second cousin to ask Joe about, like, what happened. And then Christmas Eve, they were both in church together, and my mom's second cousin walks up to her and says, oh my god, that is hilarious.